Hey, it is November 1st. Let's see the truth from the left and the right and us. Under the Democrats, we're all equal, loving, and deserving, no exceptions. Any LGBTQ, including kids, is okay. Anything underneath their agenda is okay. We've all seen it. That's fact. That's not fiction. That's not somebody's agenda. Everything they do with the kids, and that's it. They didn't fucking say, because anybody does anything with the kids, give the hormones, the sex surgeries, that's just insanely fucking stupid. All illegals, anything to do with illegals is accepted. It's allowed. Come on in. No cost barrier whatsoever. We're going to feed you. We're going to house you. And we've seen that. It's true. I mean, that's just fact, not fiction. Other side is trashing the Republicans. The Democratic side is trashing the Republican side, saying, oh, they're fucking up the economy, so we're going to fix it. Underneath the Democratic side, all abortion is okay all the way up until 9 months. When Trump, I looked that up, when Trump said that this is not favoring Trump. Let's keep going here. I believe it was Waltz in his state, up until, if you go read it, up until a child was born. If a child was born during an abortion, they would just set it aside until it died. So that's a 9-month abortion. That it's a failed abortion. The kid comes out, you set it aside until it dies. But apparently that they're okay with that. But let's go on. What is the Democratic said side? The said side. Renewable energy is the way. Though it takes fossil fuels to create all that renewable energy, and if you know what it takes from fossil fuels and then to create renewable energy, you know about the chemicals and all the irons and the other shit that comes out of the soil when they do this stuff. You know how that works along with fracking. You know, it's just the insane poisonous waste that comes out of creating renewable energy, which is the same shit we get from fossil fuels, which of course are not fossils. But let's keep going. Anything they say underneath the Democratic side, it's all inclusive. There's no exceptions. And of course, support Israel. Let's go on the Republican side of this. Only Americans should be in this country. Ship out all. It won't happen. We're going to ship out the roughly 11 million illegals that are in this country. It's not going to happen. They can't do it. They know they can't do it because this country could collapse. If you shipped out 11 million and 8 million of them are laborers, it's not going to fucking happen. It's all propaganda. They'll ship out so many, like Trump now saying they'll go after just the gang members. Republican side of this completely hate on the LGBTQ community completely. Yes, they do. I don't care what they say. They claim they want to hate on just the trannies, but it's all of them. I read that shit, those quotes in my last video, coming directly from Project 2025, that mandate for leadership. Yeah, mandate for leadership. And it's just fucking insane. I get it. Don't fucking mess with the kids. And don't make laws saying I have to hire somebody or I have to let somebody in here, whatever fucking thing the agenda is, the statements fall under, because of their sexual orientation or their race or their religion. And their side says the same thing. The other side's fucked up the economy, so we'll fix it. There's no fixing this shit. They want no abortion. I just addressed that, but this is from the port. No abortion is acceptable under any circumstances underneath the Christian religious agenda. Incest, rape, any of that. They don't want no exceptions to abortion whatsoever, regardless of what Trumpster wants to pretend he's saying. I hate both of them, but let's keep going. They say fossil fuels are the way for the economy, even though they know, but they won't admit it, that it takes fossil fuels, even though they're not fossils again, it takes fossil fuels to create renewable energy. Is renewable energy good? Yes. Why? Because you could store that shit in batteries. Can you take the energy, they're pumping it out, put that in batteries when people are sleeping? Of course you could. So, but let's go on. And for them, no exceptions to anything they say, no exceptions to what the left says about the right. The right says there's no exceptions. And that goes with us. We have the left, we have the right, we have the independent, we have the Truthers, we have the Patriots. These are separate groups. We don't hear from you want to know that I think the best group that we do not hear from, I'm going to call them Patriots, Americans, whatever the fuck you want to call them. These are the people we do not hear from. They don't have social media pages. They don't have BitChute, YouTube, websites, podcasts, any of that shit. But the problem with that is they're going to wait for shit to collapse, come in and take over. What are they going to take over? The certain part of their county they're in, the state they're in. I mean, if shit's collapsed, unless you all got a plan to unite and take over everything and make America great again, the right way, the real way. And then again, what happens when you put people in power? Power corrupts, and power corrupts absolutely. How the fuck that saying goes? This is a never-ending cycle. It'll never stop. That's the nature of man. You get power, you want more power. My city's here, your city's there, but my leader knows you're more than your leader. We're bigger, we're stronger than you, and it's a continuing fucking cycle that'll never end. And everybody pretends that they have the way, the knowledge to solve it all, and it's insanely fucking stupid. As everybody out there, especially amongst our community on YouTube and BitChute, all our truthers, all our channels know the way. We're going to lead you to the way, but they're not going to lead us. They're going to tell us the way. Are they going to go out there and do anything? No, because every last one of them has admitted over the years. I've done videos about it. Every last fucking one of them says it's not their job to get out there and do anything. It's my job. It's my job to be Paul Revere. I'm supposed to go. The British are coming. And I'm not supposed to do anything fucking about it except for make money off my sales ads and sponsors, which is what they all do. Every last one of them. No exceptions. No exceptions to the left. No exceptions to the right. No exceptions to the independents. No exceptions to the fucking idiots that everybody listens to on social media. No exceptions. And with these guys, love Israel. Left, right, independents, all love Israel. Let me say this again. This is so important. What all us Americans want, I'm going to use the label Americans, Patriots, whatever. We want no state control over our lives, our families, our children, our cities. No state control, no federal control whatsoever. So what does that mean? And I am not being sarcastic, and this is not humor. What does that mean? That means you get rid of the federal laws, you get rid of the state laws, you get the city, county laws. That means if I want to, I can allow my kid to be gay and get forget the gay LGBT part. I can allow them and want them to get the hormones and the sex surgery. That's exactly what they're saying. But then as soon as that happens, wait, you can't do it. Wait a second. You just said I can be a patriot, I can American, I can live my life the way I want to. I can run my family the way I want to. So I want my kid to have the hormones. I want the kids to have. This goes for everything. I want my kid to have their school and at homeschool, and I want the school, but I want the school to teach this way. I mean, I don't want this traffic law, that traffic law. I mean, it's insanely fucking stupid. It all amounts to the same thing. If you're going to want everybody out of your fucking business, then everybody needs to stay out of your business. But it will never be that the way, because that's the nature of man. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let me pause here. I got something else. Okay, maybe 2 more minutes here. Just real quick, I got to address a couple things that are so important from the mandate for leadership. They want to put the Department of Justice under the presidential control. They want to overhaul the FBI, overhaul or dismantle, but it seems to more saying overhaul, the FBI and FEMA, but FEMA is just supposed to be a rescue. And that's enough. Oh, let me do that now. What about FEMA? We've all known, especially since FEMA, we saw the news videos, all these wonderful videos about FEMA, starting with Katrina, how they did nothing. We've all known for fucking how many years that FEMA is nothing. When they do, FEMA does help, but the thing is, they're always too late. So we've all known that, so why aren't we doing anything about it? Why aren't the states doing anything about it? Look, the National Guard should be used in any given state anytime there's a natural disaster. The National Guard in every state should have stockpiles, crates of MREs in certain locations so that they can move them out of the way if there's a hurricane maybe coming or a tornado or whatever. They should have this shit already there, and just a couple hours after an event happens, they should be flying shit in. And know that you cannot drop, like I said, some videos ago, you cannot drop shit by parachute like they did in Palestine, because then you're going to have people hoarding shit and selling shit. That's just the nature of man, even in this country. Don't give me shit about how we're all loving it and for each other. You can't drop shit in there because people are going to hoard it and sell it. But we don't need FEMA. FEMA's worthless. We've all known that forever. Yet when this Helen came through, everybody's like, oh my God, look, FEMA failed. Oh my God, I'm the first one to tell you. Oh my God, look what I know. And you don't, come on, give me a fucking break. We don't need fucking it's always been worthless. States should always be like that, having their own stockpiles ready to go, and once the storm's gone, they should be flying shit in and trucking it in as far as they can reach. I mean, come on, give me a fucking break. No, where the fuck was I? Underneath Project 25, they would put the DOG underneath the Department of Justice underneath presidential control, overhaul the FBI, and what does that mean? That means putting the Department of Justice and the FBI under the control of the president. That is a dictatorship. That's all that is 100%. And that falls under replacing those roughly 50,000 government workers with 50,000 people appointed by a president. That is a dictatorship. That's all that is. There's no other way to fucking explain that. There's no guessing here. There's no hyperbole. Use a big word there. Closing the Department of Education. Everybody would love that. Let's get rid of the Department of Education. But I agree with that, but I don't, because the problem with the Department of Education is under the influence of the Karen, the woke agenda, all that shit. Because that's just the way it is. I agree, there should be no Department of Education. Now, in your state, should there be somebody running a department, and what would you have to call that? The Department of Education. What should their job be? To nothing but make sure they're getting correct history and math and learning to speak English. Because yes, if you're in this country, you should learn to speak English. If you're going to go live in Mexico, you should learn to speak Mexican. Over time, I realize it takes time, but not fucking 10, 20 years. And it's just fucking insanely fucking stupid the way all this shit works. We're all partaking of it because we're all there. What I said a few minutes ago. That falls under, there's all these different flocks of sheep, and we're all run by, when we watch shit, all this, every bit of knowledge we get here, I don't care what social media site it comes from, any of them, any and every social media site, where do they get their information? From mainstream media, from what the government puts out. We all get our information from the same sources. It's just up with what you know what to do with it, the way to see it, and the way to see it correctly, and you're not guided into different flocks of sheep. And again, that's the flocks of sheep of the left, right, the independent, and the so-called truther movement, especially amongst us all. Let me pause here, see if I have anything else. Oh, last quote, Department of Health and Human Services, quote, unquote, from Project 2025, maintain a biblically based, social science, reinforced definition of marriage and family. And fucking, it just fucking, we are all every last one of us is misled. We're all under different flocks. These channels have all these social media sites we've paid attention to over the years admit it. There's NSA sites out there on video media, on blogs, on websites. They admitted it. They have the black bag operations. They have the NSA sites, and they act like these channels that in these websites these people pay attention, these podcasts these people pay attention to, aren't part of it. And even the ones that aren't, why are they there? They're there for the fucking money. Look at all of them. All of them. All capital A fucking LL, all of them. They have sales, ads, and sponsors. If you have sales, ads, and sponsors, you're a fraud. You're a fraud, because once you start taking money from something, you're going to direct your information to make that money. That is it. That's without exception. And see you later, bye.